took a Scottsbluff County jury just over 1 hour to find a Gering man guilty of all 6 charges in a case of sexual assault involving a minor. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. And our top story, following a trial last week that lasted about a day and a half, a 12-member jury delivered guilty verdicts Thursday morning against Jeremy Fulton on charges of first-degree sexual assault of a minor, 3 other felony child sex crimes, knowing and intentional child abuse, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Charges were filed last November following an investigation that started when the teenage victim told a school official about the alleged incident, who then alerted Capstone and law enforcement officers. Following the rendering of the verdict, Fulton's bond was revoked by District Court Judge Andrea Miller, who ordered a pre-sentence investigation and set sentencing for September 8th. Well, one local auto dealership is looking to expand once again. Regardless Auto Center representatives went before the Scottsbluff Planning Commission on Monday night seeking a special use permit. Officer Manager Jeff Guion explained that owner Tim Regardless wanted to do this as part of his plan.
We just want to, we're looking at doing a new dealership next to the Honda dealership just to have everything located centrally in one location instead of having 2 locations on East Overland and up on 27th Street there by the college.
The Planning Commission discussed the matter for approximately 15 minutes with a key concern of leaving emergency access for fire trucks on the expanded lot. Megan Hayward with Trails West Architecture assured the council that everything within the project met city and state code, and ultimately the commission voted in favor of the permit to allow the project to move forward. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Welcome back. Scottsbluff's mayor receives top honors by the local Panhandle Business and Professional Women Group. During the BPW meeting Wednesday, Scottsbluff Mayor Jeannie McCarrigan was named the organization's Woman of the Year. After receiving her award, McCarrigan thanked the BPW for being a group that empowers women.
I think one thing that I have tried to instill in my daughter and other young women is do what you want to do. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you aren't smart enough or you can't do it, but you can. So just remember that we can do everything that everyone else can do, and it's not based on gender or whatever role that others may put you in.
Also honored during the meeting was Valeria Rodriguez as the Young Careerist, Lori Stromberg as Member of the Year, and Panhandle Public Health District as the Employer of the Year. BPW also announced the award of 3 scholarships to young women currently furthering their careers through post-secondary education. Well, a man serving a 73 to 75-year prison sentence for his role in a 2013 fatal crash in Garden County has lost his latest appeal. 54-year-old Edward Hood was found guilty of motor vehicle homicide, manslaughter, and DUI causing serious bodily injury for a crash that killed the driver and sent the passenger into a 9-day coma. Hood argued to the Court of Appeals that he was denied post-conviction relief without holding an evidentiary hearing. The appellate court looked at all 3 claims he brought forth, but ruled that there was insufficient evidence to support his claims. Both his convictions and sentences were upheld, and he is currently not eligible for parole until 2050. And an effort is underway to recall a Dawes County commissioner due to what the organizer says is mismanagement of operations in the board member's district, interfering with relationships with present and past employees, and dereliction of duties. Chadron radio station KCSR is reporting that District 2 Commissioner Vic Rivera is the target of the recall petition and has until August 3rd to either resign or submit a statement in his defense. If he chooses to fight the recall, petitioner Taylor Wohlers of rural Crawford will have 30 days after petitions are prepared by the county clerk to gather at least 207 valid signatures from registered voters. Should the effort reach that threshold, the county board would have to set a recall election no more than 21 days after signature verification is complete.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, warm temperatures across the area today will lead to a very pleasant evening and mild temperatures as we go overnight into early tomorrow morning. Temps fall down into the 60s. We could see an isolated thunderstorm around this evening. Otherwise, hot conditions return tomorrow. It'll be much cooler and wetter Thursday and Friday. We're warming up again by next weekend. Yesterday, right at average at 91, and our low right at average of 60 degrees. As far as precip goes, nothing in the rain gauge. 9/10 for the month and 1587 for the year. We're right where we should be for July and about 5 3/4 inches above normal for the year. Again, nailed our average high yesterday at 91. We were above normal today. And other than a little bit of moisture out there on Saturday, we had a dry weekend. And things are going to probably stay dry tomorrow and into Wednesday. But it's Thursday, Friday when we have good chances of seeing some moisture here across the region. Winds are going to remain on the calmer side. No major issues throughout the next 7 days. Severe weather threat tonight is right in the middle of the country here. Areas of along and north of the North Platte River with a slight risk of severe thunderstorms down into central and eastern Nebraska. Marginal risk in the eastern portions of the state tomorrow and central and eastern portions on Wednesday. Heavy rainfall threat tonight going to be across the north. That switches east tomorrow and then south on Wednesday. Thursday, we could be dealing with some heavy rain here across our region and slipping further south on Friday. Heat continues in the southwest, does it ever? 114 in Phoenix, 102 up in Sacramento and Salt Lake City and Albuquerque. We have temps mainly in the 80s and 90s across our region, some upper 70s in far northeast Nebraska. Grand Junction's got that heat checking in at 105. 88 in Laramie, 80 in Valentine, but it's 94 in Scotts Bluff. Winds out of the south at 10 to 15. Gusting at times up to 15 to 20 miles an hour. Futurecast tonight, pretty quiet, just an isolated thunderstorm this evening. That'll move off to the east-southeast, clearing skies out overnight into early tomorrow morning. And tomorrow during the afternoon, we're going to deal with another round of isolated showers and thunderstorms moving across the region. And then as we go into early Wednesday, things remain about the same. Lows overnight going to be in the 60s. Highs tomorrow are going to be back into the 90s, another hot day. And then we start to cool down a bit, especially Thursday. As far as precip goes, going to be light amounts across the region unless you get under one of those heavier showers. Considerable clouds this evening, decreasing later. 65 for a low. Tomorrow, a hot one. Partly cloudy skies. Highs right around 95. Our 7-day forecast, we're in the 80s on Wednesday. 70s is all on Thursday with a good chance of thunder showers. More storms possible on Friday, back into the low 80s. Then we warm quickly into the low and then mid to upper 90s by the start of next week.
Culture trumps everything else.
In my years, I've never worked for a company that treats people the way this one does.
It is my passion for agriculture that brought me here in the first place, but not only that, there's a huge family-oriented atmosphere within the 21st Century Equipment.
I love working for 21st. They found something in me that I didn't know in myself. An intern to where I'm at now is such a great opportunity, and that is what this company is about.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Baseball season starting to wind down for some of our local teams. Let's start at the senior level. Yesterday in Grand Island, it was the Wesco Zephyrs falling to Grand Island USAVE 5-4. That was an elimination game to close out the summer for the Z's. They dropped both games there at the area tourney, playing with only 9 players in that season-ending tournament format. Cameron Meyer allowed just 1 earned run and took the tough luck no decision. Oscar Felix had 3 hits. The Z's finished their season at 8-30. The Gering Platte Valley Company seniors, they'll head to Chadron for the Class B area tournament. That'll start coming up late this week on Friday. Now to the juniors. Gering BNC Steel, they're 1-1 so far at the Class B state tournament being held at Bauer Shanklin Field in Alliance. Gering lost to Waverly on Saturday, then eliminated the host yesterday, beating Alliance 4-1 the final in that one. They got a dominant effort on the mound from Bo Gable. Gering playing Lincoln Christian in a big elimination game coming up this afternoon. There are 2 unbeaten still in that tournament. Seward will play Wahoo tonight in the late game. The Wesco Express Juniors, they were upended by Grand Island yesterday in their juniors area tournament. That was held in North Platte. The Express closed the year at 20-11 with 1 tie. 20-11 with 1 tie. And it also took extra innings yesterday at the stadium for the Western Nebraska Pioneers in North Platte. The old walk-off walk, lifting the Pioneers to a 4-3 win. Brad Halleck gets a stress-free 90 feet with the winner. The Pioneers take 2 of 3 in that series. After an off night tonight, they'll host the Denver Rough Riders starting tomorrow. Of course, we'll have that broadcast for you on KNEB. As of now, just 13 games remaining for the Pioneers on their summer schedule. That is the latest today from right here at the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, the 102nd Annual Oregon Trail Days is in the book, but it was a busy weekend with plenty of family-friendly activities. On Friday, things kicked off bright and early for the annual Don Childs 5-mile run. Runners gathered on 10th Street for the annual Fun Run. Race organizer Randy Plummer explained why the Don Childs Memorial Run is such an important part of Oregon Trail Days.
I think it's kind of like for a lot of people, it's why they come back. A lot of the same people come back every year to running. And it's kind of like it's kick off the Oregon Trail Days on Friday. Gets people out of bed to come down in the morning, gives them something healthy and fun to do. We've been doing this for the people I work with that help me about 35 years, and we see the same faces every year. It's just like an important part for them to come back here.
Bayard native Nicholas Kazire was the first male to cross the finish line with a time of just over 29 minutes. And recent Gering grad Madison Seiler was the first female to cross the line with a time of just under 35 minutes. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.